Hello, my name is Lexi Vogel, and I have one poem today. It's a little bit longer, so bear with me. It's prose poetry, it's experimental, and so thank you for having me. And it is called, and a bit of a content warning for violence and heavy themes, and it is called Dream Analysis. Dream analysis is a Freudian psychoanalytic model of therapy, where therapists interpret dreams that reveal your hidden desires. Fascinating stuff, but it's definitely bunk. Pseudo-scientific mumbo-jumbo. Sadly, there is no dream dictionary that can heal your trauma. Dreams aren't prophetic. They don't hold any underlying inner truths. We don't know why we dream. We just do. I don't dream very often. Most of my nights, my sleep is met with comforting blackness. But December 21st of last year, I had 3 dreams that changed me. In essence, they play like scenes in an apocalyptic movie. In the first, I am away from home. I'm in Chicago, alone, surrounded, almost cornered by skyscrapers, with a peak of Lake Michigan in the distance. For once, the area isn't covered with ads or littered with people. It's not a Chicago I have ever been to. The streets are all abandoned and narrow, so I can't look out as far as I can look up. And when I do, I find that the streets are lined with rows of bright white columns that touch down 10 feet in diameter, spots like perforation down through the city, huge rings of light that you would assume might abduct you and take you to outer space. But somehow my dream self knows better. They are not helicopter floodlights. They are targets, like the red lasers that come off of a sniper rifle, and I am bathed in its aim, falling one by one down the line from west to my east, massive bombs, high-powered stealth military weaponry. Drone airstrikes demolish the city, skyscrapers collapse. I run away through the hallway of an avenue towards the lake, but I am small and they are fast. I've never seen so much dirt in a torn-up city of concrete and pavement. In the second dream, I am home in Urbana, so much so that even my family from Peoria are here. With me are my friends, a diverse group of smart people. I don't recognize them, but I know they are my friends. And Champaign is still our sister city, but the dream warps our generally level town. My friends and I look down on Champaign from a high cliff in Urbana. It's sunset, and the rays come back. Encircling their line of fire, all targets are in downtown Champaign. Somehow we are far enough away to not feel the immediate ramifications, but we watch in horror, tortured by the binocularized vision we suddenly possess. A woman grabs her purse and runs from her car that is flattened by a warhead. She is vaporized soon after. The beams collect into a glowing bubble over the area. A caravan of people just outside it mob first together and then away from the deadly pulsing orb. They scream and move quickly. I would almost mistake them for a protest. The crowd is thick in density but short in length. Finally, in the third dream, I find my mother. She is at a ragtag music festival where I would locate somewhere near Meadowbrook Park. I tell her that downtown is destroyed and we could be next. She makes a boo-hoo face at me and asks can we stay for the last performer? I say, what? We can go home after. We wait for the world's worst folk banjo number to finish, and then we leave. Our home has large bay windows and lots of evening sun. She and my brother retired in the sitting room upstairs, but I cannot sit with them. I am prepping and being ignored. We need to find maps of everything. How are we going to know where anything is and get extra food? It's getting closer to us every day. We are woefully unprepared. But it's already too late. The windows shatter and dust blows inside. Out in the street, which I assume is named something like Cedar or Grove, high beams of white rain down, extending in a line towards the north. They delivered the first shock, but hold in preparation for more. Like moths, our neighbors flock towards them. Surely it can't be happening to us. Eyeing an out and making a run for it, my brother doesn't hesitate. He takes off towards the north, where the end of the scoped line is barely visible. My mother quickly accepts her fate. Won't you stay with me and go with me this way? I tell her, I have to at least try. I love you. I sprint. I follow my brother's path, knowing I have even less time to escape than him. One by one, the path of destruction is set off and the bombs race after me, covering more and more area. Atomic flashes and earthquakes come with each drop, pushing up from south to north. I cannot run for much longer. I find a pizza restaurant 7 blocks away. It is one of the last stone structures in town. I pray it will hold. I dive under tables, sweating, shaking. I brace for impact. I pray I got far enough away. But nothing comes. For 5 minutes, everything is still. I don't move until I hear a shout outside. There's a ceasefire! Temporary ceasefire! I look outside and the beams have collected into a white dome over my neighborhood. Frozen in time, marking exactly the area of damage. Enveloped over my home, over my mother. I don't trust it will hold, and discard some of my things. I don't need my keys anymore, car, house, or otherwise. Anything that might weigh me down has to go, and I take off again. Down the street, a car radio blares, a disingenuous lady politician leading the country in a national prayer. But I know the bombing can resume any time, even before they say amen. It is now unconscionable to me that any response to the genocide in Gaza could be, I can't imagine. Thank you.
Has been